All right. 15 minutes of reading. Was going to do 30 because I missed yesterday, but we're going to stick with the plan of 15. And, yeah, let's get straight to it. I missed out on one day. Me. Here you go. I trust they can execute, and they trust that other offers work. And here, let me start from back here real quick. Alright. If you look carefully, the process reverse engineered success. Oh, this is gonna suck. I think it's pretty cool. Oh, wait. They know that my style works for them because it already has. So we operate on trust. I trust they can execute. And they trust that our stuff works. Again, because it already has. All while helping everyone else fall free. So it allows me to preemptively avoid failures and dramatically increase success likelihood. Let me show you how much. At the time of writing this, every business I have started since March of 2017 has achieved 1.5 million running rate. 1.5 monthly running rate. Oh, man, I need to get a smaller freaking thing. Right. According to the Small Business Administration, the odds of a single business even achieving 10 million a year in revenue are 0.4%, or 1 in 250. Having it happen 4 times in a row is a 0.4% times 0.4% times 0.4% times 0.4% equals very, very low probability that it was luck. As such, I can say with conviction that we know how to recreate success using the framework I shared over and over again. They work because they are timeless business principles. I actively visualize every day how it felt to wake up in the middle of the night in cold sweat, wondering how I'd make payroll. That gut-wrenching meditation kept me hungry as an entrepreneur. But also, man, I'm sorry, I gotta get a different one other than this. It's too thick. I'll use this one. This one will be fun. Alright. I actively visualize every day. Keeps you hungry as an entrepreneur, but graceful for my security and peace of mind. I want the ladder for you and anyone else that gives a damn about what they do. Fair enough? Cool. So let's get to it. Basic outline of this book. This book is intended to be a resource. A resource, to be a resource. As a resource, I mean it will be something you will read through and then keep it in your toolbox, coming back to it again and again. Why? As Einstein says, never memorize anything you can't look up. Business is not a spectator sport. You are not cramming for a midterm, and you're not some limp-wristed philosopher. You do the work, and to work you need tools. This, my friend, is one of those tools. General outline. Section 1, Section 2, Section 3, Section 4, Section 5. I'm not even going to go over all those sections. We'll move on. There we go. Section 2, pricing. Uh, talking with this, again, kind of sucks. We're 5 minutes in. We got those pages done. But we're improving our speed. So here you go. Apples versus oranges. This is a picture. Steve Jobs. Grow or die is a core tenet at our company. We believe every person, every company, and every organism is either growing or dying. Maintenance is a myth. What this means is if your company isn't growing, it's dying. This is a sobering reality for many of us. I learned the hard way, and my business suffered for a long time because of it. Let me explain. The market is continuously growing. The stock market grows at 9% per year. If we aren't growing at 9% per year, we are falling behind. Quotes, maintenance, end quote. In the most generic sense, would be 9% growing year over year. Furthermore, if you're in a growing marketplace, then you might have to grow at 20 to 30% per year just to keep or risk falling behind. So you can see how maintenance is a myth. So then what does it take to grow? Thankfully, just 3 simple steps. 1. Getting more customers. 2. Increasing their average price value. And 3. Getting them to buy more times. That's it. Sure, there's lots of ways to acquire customers and zillions of ways to increase order value and purchase frequency. But simplicity simply put, that's it. Those are the only 3 ways to grow. Example, if I sell 10 clients a month and a client is worth $1,000 to me over their lifetime through average cart value times average number of purchases, then my business will cap at $10,000 a month. 10 new clients a month times $1,000 lifetime value equals $100,000 a month in max revenue. If you want to grow, you've got to either sell more clients every month while maintaining sustainable margins, or have them be worth more by increasing the profit per purchase or number of times they buy. That's it. Author note. Only 2 ways to grow. To simplify this concept even more, there are really only 2 ways to grow. Get more customers and increase each customer's value. Increasing each customer's value has 2 sub-buckets. 1. Increasing profit per purchase. 2. Increasing the number of times they buy. For the purpose of this book, I highlighted both of the sub-buckets as an individual growth path. I did this because I think it will be easier to understand the money models that will come in Volume 3. All three, getting more customers, increasing their average price value, and getting them to buy more, are repeated themes in this book. But if you seek simplicity, both increasing average purchase value and increasing the number of times a customer buys increasing the number of times a customer buys results in one outcome: increasing each customer's value. Business terms. Before going further and to better flesh out the concept that follow, we should take a second to define and better understand some key business concepts. When I stood in Las Vegas penthouse in my Beast Mode t-shirt, I was clueless about such terms. Let me help you be better than, well, me. Gross profit. Where are we at for time? 9 minutes. Just gotta keep checking. So I'm on a pinch today. Gross profit. The revenue minus the direct cost of servicing and an additional customer. If I sell lotion for $10 and it costs me $2, my gross profit is $8 or 80%. Or 80%. If I sell agency services for $1,000 and it costs me $100 in labor to run that client's advertising, then my gross profit is $900 or 90%. No, this is not net profit. Net profit is what's left over after all expenses are paid, not just the direct cost of fulfillment. Lifetime value. All the gross profit occurred over the entire lifetime of a customer. This is gross profit multiplied by the number of purchases an average customer will make over their lifetime. Using the example above, if the average customer stays 5 months and they pay $1,000 a month, it will cost me $100 per month to fulfill. Then their lifetime value is 4.5. Here's the breakdown. Revenue. Revenue is $1,000 a month times 90% gross margin times 50. Oh wait, no, that's not times. It's just a source. Oh wait, yeah, it is times 5 months equals 4.5K lifetime value, LTV. Note, the intended costs like this. Note, the indirect costs like admin, software, rental, etc. are not included in the lifetime value. You will need to define definitions for a lifetime value depending on the source. The biggest difference is that some sources only count total revenue, while others focus on gross profit over the lifespan. I focus on gross profit. You also see me refer to this as LTGP, lifetime growth profit, and other texts for clarity's sake. Value-driven versus price-driven prices. This book was intended to be a textbook for any business that wanted to grow. I've spent and continue to spend hundreds of hours on calls and in-person meetings consulting entrepreneurs on crafting their offers. I have seen the ones that take off into the stratosphere and those that fizzle. Having a grand slam offer makes it almost impossible to lose. But why? What gives it such an impact? In short, having a grand slam offer helps with all three of the requirements for growing: getting more customers, getting them paid more, and getting them to do so more times. How? It allows you to differentiate yourself from the marketplace. In other words, it allows you to sell your product based on the value, not on the price. Commoditized, it equals price-driven purchases, race to the bottom. Differentiated equals value-driven purchases. Selling in a category of one with no comparison. Yes, market matters, which I will compound in the next chapter. We are 2 minutes away, or about a minute away, and that would be it for today. I'm not going to continue because I'm not going to make it through a page. I'll probably later today come back, read more, post it for, the next day or whichever. But I think we've been learning a lot. I think this pen technique is really a huge tech. Talking with certainty, looking into the camera is some of the other steps that we need to also incorporate. But obviously I can't read a book and look at the camera at the same time. Like right now as I'm talking about it, I'm looking into the camera. Sometimes I'm bad at doing that. Thank you guys for tuning in.